Welcome to Erican Horror Stories. This week we talk about a very interesting person in the world of scary things. And I talk this way the whole episode. Or maybe not. Or maybe.
The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun.
Yes, it's Erican Horror Stories, today beginning our Occasional People Profile series. And no, I'm not going to talk that way the whole time, but I reserve the right to resume it later. Today we talk about an interesting and maybe not thought of figure in the world of scary Halloween-y things. He wrote a song in 1962 that became legend when thinking of haunted houses and things. What was it? Was it Please Please Me? Was it Satisfaction? Was it Tutti Frutti? Oh, Rudy! No, dear watchers. It was The Mash. Robert George Pickett, born in 1938 as a young child, already loved horror movies, did impressions of the characters he saw at the time. Later worked these into a nightclub act he was developing as an aspiring comedian/actor/singer. In 1962, as Bobby Boris Pickett, co-wrote a little silly song you may have heard of called The Monster Mash. The song was based on a couple of dance crazes at the time. The Twist.
Come on, baby, let's do the... What are you doing, man? That's terrible.
And the Mashed Potato.
Come on, baby, let's mash some taters. Oh, dude, killing me, man.
Well, we can all clearly see why mashed potatoes are white. So, Monster Mash, passed on by every record label, much like the Beatles were passed on by every record label until some independent took a chance on them. And huge success! Monster Mash went to number 1 on the Billboard charts and made a cool $1 million. Not only that, it did the rare feat of, over time, appearing back on the musical charts a few times, because it's one of those holiday favorites that everybody wants to hear around Halloween time, which is usually when it charted. But huge success made Bobby Boris Pickett a household name, and also doomed him to goofy monster song guy. And boy, did he try to continue that tradition. All kinds of crazy monster songs. I've heard most of them. They aren't as memorable or as good as The Mash. There was even a Christmas one, Monsters Holiday. They were up to no good. They robbed Santa's sleigh. I'm skipping ahead in the song, but yes, the exact same voice over again, just about Christmas. He did Me and My Mummy. I don't actually remember that song, but let's pretend it was My Mummy and Me. We were wrapped up to a tree with Frankenstein. And then, let's see, Blood Bank Blues. It was the Blood Bank Blues. They were out of blood, and I'm blue. What else did he do? Monster Swim. They went for a swim with Frankenstein. You can see why those probably weren't as big a hits. So yeah, Bobby Boris Pickett really was in the entertainment business for a long time. From the 1960s, believe it or not, until the early 2000s. But really never replicated that success. And if he's thought of, which he should be, it's for the Monster Mash. He did reinvent himself for a moment in the 80s and completely changed gears with a monster rap song that he called Monster Rap. And amongst the fantastic lyrics in that was, shock the body, shock, shock the body, body. Poor Bobby Boris Pickett. Yeah, someday will I be just known as Goofy YouTube Guy? Man, I hope so. That's better than guy nobody knows who's goofy. Anyway, Bobby Boris Pickett, he died in 2007 of leukemia, unfortunately. Occasionally, though, I honor him. I bring his memory back. At work, my current job, when we were in the office, we would sometimes have, because of me, Talk Like Bobby Boris Pickett Day, where we would talk to each other, and I suggested, but we didn't do, talking to customers on the phone. Hello, I hear you're calling about a concern. Let me assist you with Dracula. And as you can see, those of us not involved in the speaking of that way got a little annoyed with that. I do have a recommendation for you also. First of two recommendations on Bobby Boris Pickett. I am splicing this into footage I already shot because I forgot to mention it the first time. You may want to look up performances he did on television back in the day on YouTube. It's very cringeworthy. He was doing the Monster Mash, of course, on his promoting his huge hit song, but he's really spastic and weird the whole time he's performing. Not only is he doing the voice, but it was the Monster Mash, Frankenstein and Igor. Just bizarre. If you want to take a few minutes out and see what a trip that was for him to perform back in the day, give it a look. Back to the video I already recorded. If you do love the Monster Mash, or Monster Swim, or Me and Mummy, then you should check out the parody song on Funny or Die from a few years ago called Monster Fuck. It is very dirty and very inappropriate, and I play it frequently, and my girlfriend Nita, oh my god, I got two girlfriends now. I'm leaving this in. My girlfriend Nina can't stand this song because it's awful. I'm so concerned about her being mad at me for mentioning it, I changed her identity. Is that a good cover song? Song story, Jesus Christ. This is a long enough take. I am not doing it over. I haven't had any bloops this time. There's no bloops. This doesn't count as a bloop. You get no bloops. The Monster Mash People Profiles this week. Next week, we start yet another new series because I want this to be mixed up. We're going to revisit the same kind of topics from time to time, but it's not going to be the same thing every week. I don't want to do reviews every week. I don't want to do people profiles every week. I don't want this to be me every week. Guest host coming sometime. Nah, just kidding. It is called Eric and Horror Stories. So at the very least, a guest host has to be named Eric, or say his name is Eric. Next week, overrated, underrated movies. We're going to discuss one. What movie is it? Is it overrated? Is it underrated? Oh, I can't wait. We'll find out next week, along with Nita and Nina. Not really. Neither one of them is going to be here or probably associate with me anymore. Tune in next week. Bye-bye.
It was some crap. It was some YouTube crap. Some real crap. It was a pile of crap. He made some crap. Eric is full of crap.